is Erica with Launching Legacies. Welcome to our daily devotional. Now remember, we are in a 5-part devotional, and this is day 4, devotional number 4 in 5 parts. We've been looking at the beginning of a new era, preparing yourself for a new era, a new direction, a new place in life. Remember now, we're using Joshua as our reference here, and we've already talked about 3 things. So I want to remind you of what those were. 1, something's got to die in order for you to move into this new era. So get ready for that. You got to let go of something in order to get something new. 2, we know that God is going to give us direction. He's going to give us parameters on what that's going to look like, right? He'll give us the size, the width, the depth of where it is that we're going, or what that is going to work out to be, right, in space or time or whatever the era represents for you. 3, we find that God tells what he is going to be, right? So he says to Joshua, listen, I'm going to take care of you like I did with Moses. No harm is going to come to you, right? It's going to be just like this. I'm going to keep anybody from doing anything to you. So Joshua knows, hey, as long as I get into this thing, that God's going to be here. He's got my back. And now we're moving into number 4. So we're going to skip down a few verses. We're not going to necessarily go in order of how they're presented, because the last is the most powerful of all of these. So we're going to go to day 4, but we're going to look at verse 8 of Joshua chapter 1. So we're in Joshua 1, Joshua chapter 1, verse 8, and then we'll go back to the previous verses as we move forward in the next of our devotionals. So let's look at verse 8, and it says, let's see. This book of the law shall not depart from your mouth, but you shall meditate in it day and night, that you may observe to do according to all that is written within it. For then you will make your way prosperous, and then you will have good success. And so what does this happen? What is God saying to Joshua in this passage? He's saying, listen, hey, you got a responsibility too, right? And so it's the same for us. Day 4 or devotional number 4 is the same for us. We're going to have a responsibility here. He says, look, you're going to need to take care to remember the law. You're going to need to remember what I've already told you. Don't get into this thing and become brand new, right? Don't get in this thing and forget all the stuff I taught you before, but keep it and meditate on it day and night. Because if you find yourself doing what I've already told you to do, and then remembering where you are in this new place, he says you're going to find great success as long as you can keep your mind meditated on the law day and night. It's something that's important to you. I wouldn't have given it to you if it wasn't valuable, and it's going to be valuable in this new era as much as it was in the old. And so I want you to keep it. I want you to hold on to it, and I want you to be steadfast in doing what I've told you to do, because it is really where you're going to guarantee your success. I'm going to be to you what I said I would be to you, and now I'm asking you to be to me what you promised you would be to me when I gave you this book of the law, right? And so it's important then that we think the same way. Not being legalistic, we know that Jesus has come and he's fulfilled the law. And so we know we're not going to say, okay, I'm going to do everything that the Old Testament says and that's how I'm going to find success. No, we need to adapt this concept to our lives. God has called you to do certain things. He's called you to be a certain type of person. He's given you the fruit of the Spirit. He's told you what your character should look like. You need to hold on to those in this new place. Don't get into a new place, a new era, and all of a sudden become brand new. Well, I don't have to be kind anymore because I'm in a new place. I don't have to be generous anymore because I'm in a new era. I don't have to be whatever anymore because I'm doing something different. No, we keep the old behavior, what God has taught us in our character, that stays with it. And we meditate on God's character to reflect our character day and night. But we know we're in a new place. So that new place is going to mean something different for us. And we need to be prepared for that as well. And so tomorrow we're going to talk about what else needs to come in addition to keeping the traditions of old character, right? We want the old character of God to follow with us always. These good things to follow with us always. But then we need to grab onto something new for this new ride that we're about to go on. All right. I'm excited about this and I'm praying for you. I'm praying that you will recognize that God holds us to and expects us to hold ourselves to his own character, to being like him in nature. And he wants us in the new era as well as the old to keep and value what he values. So we need to do that. And I'm praying that you would do that you would heal from your past, right? That you would live a life that glorifies God by keeping his character important, and that you would continue to grow in that and bear good fruit. And as you do those things, please remember to pray for us, because we do want your prayers. And we ask you to join us again tomorrow for another of our devotionals. Until then, be blessed.